Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. You're watching Lee Health's Healthcare Hero Self-Care Moment, and this is Nicole Traum. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are here today, the end of our week. This week we've been focusing on the breath and the importance of the breath and how we can become friends with our breath. And as we start to round things out for our week, we're going to bring ourselves and our awareness to the 3 different parts of our breath that we can have in our upper body. So the first part is here in the upper chest. And that is a place, and we've talked about it a little bit during this week, this is a place where we breathe when maybe we're feeling a little anxious or a little out of control. We're trying to get into something a little bit deeper, but we're not quite there yet. And so when we breathe into the upper part of the chest, we're connecting with that element of air, but we're not necessarily getting that deep breath in. So when we're breathing here, which is where most of us breathe most of the time, even me, right? What happens is we kind of feed into our anxiety. So that second part of the breath is right here in the middle chest. And so it's from like the breast, like the bottom of the breast down to the bottom of the ribs. And that part, when we breathe, we start to fill up the lungs and expand the ribs, and it feels pretty good, right? And then as you exhale, you're gonna release it down. And this is a little bit of a better breath, right? It starts to get you a little bit more grounded. It starts to let you feel a little bit more connected. But if we're constantly just doing all that work with just the ribs, then it becomes kind of taxing. So the third part of the breath goes all the way down to the belly and the diaphragm. And if you've been watching my videos here for a while, maybe you remember a video that I did where I talked about the jellyfish. And it was a really popular video. A lot of people have talked to me about it. And the idea is that our diaphragm is like a jellyfish. So as we inhale, what happens, and if you think about a jellyfish, right, as it starts to expand, it goes like this, right? And that's the same thing with our diaphragm. So we're gonna inhale and fill up. It's gonna start to kind of widen down. And then as you exhale, it pushes up and it starts to bring that breath back out. So when we can tap into that deeper breath, it allows us to feel a little more grounded, to feel a little bit more steady, and to really feel the benefits of a full inhale and exhale. So as we move today, we're gonna do a little bit of movement, and then we're gonna start to bring our breath into the upper chest, the middle chest, and then see if we can start to breathe down towards the diaphragm. And we'll add a little bit of a pause there to really reinforce it. So as you're sitting up nice and tall, just start by taking a couple of deep breaths here, inhaling through your nose, and exhaling through your mouth. And just start to notice where you're feeling that breath this morning. Inhaling and exhaling. You're likely feeling it in the upper chest. That's it. Maybe you can start to feel that breath down into your ribs now. So feeling not just the front ribs expanding and softening, but also the sides of the ribs. You can bring your hands here. Inhale and expand. And then exhale to release. Filling up the sides of the ribs, the front of the ribs. That's it. And then even thinking about the back of the ribs, you can even bring your hands there. Filling up and emptying out. Good. And then if you want, you can bring a hand to your belly and think about that jellyfish again. So as you inhale, feel your diaphragm expanding down. Broadening out like that jellyfish, good. And then as you exhale, imagine that jellyfish pushing back up, releasing the breath back up. Let's keep going like that. Inhale, pressing down, filling up. Exhaling as it pushes back up. Inhaling. Down into the belly, that's it. Exhaling, pressing and releasing that breath out. Let's do 2 more like that. Big inhale. Good, and big exhale. Last one, inhaling fully and exhaling fully. And just letting yourself start to notice how that feels. Sit up nice and tall now, and let's start to bring some movement in. So moving your hips round and round, releasing any energy down into your seat, into the earth. Feel your feet on the floor underneath you. And if you have your shoes off, you can even kind of feel the texture of the carpet or whatever's underneath your feet. If you have shoes on, you can even kind of wiggle your feet around and notice the sensation of your shoes. And then notice your direction here. You're going to change it. Bring it all the way around in the other direction. Still feeling your hips start to release and relax down. Good. Come on back through center now. Inhale, roll your shoulders onto your back. Exhale and round. And let's start to move the spine now. So it is Friday. I like to call Fridays our Feel Good Friday. So let yourself really move here, feeling your hips rocking forward and back in your seat, feeling the shoulders starting to move, the upper and middle back. Good. And then let's add on here. So you're going to inhale and open your arms, open your chest. Exhale and bring those arms forward. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling. Opening the chest, opening the heart, and then rounding forward. Let's do 2 more. Good. And then as you come all the way out, just roll your shoulders onto your back. We're gonna do a little stretch for the shoulders and the side body. So take your right arm up here, bring it back behind you. So maybe it's gonna come like towards the upper back of your head, the middle of your head, your neck, or maybe even towards the back of your shoulder. And then take your left hand to your right elbow. You're gonna press your hand into your elbow and then extend your elbow back up into your hand. Feel some tension building in the side body. That's it, keep breathing here. Lean your head back a little to open the chest, to open the throat, and then lean over to the left. And just feel this nice big stretch up through the right side body. That's it. Letting yourself breathe here, hand pressing into elbow, elbow pressing back up into your hand. Perfect, 1 more breath. Awesome, and then as you come on out, stretch out your arms, turn your head side to side, little crackle and pop. Perfect. Lower the arms down, roll your shoulders onto your back, and let's do the opposite side now. So now you're gonna bring your left arm up, bring it wherever it kind of reaches behind your head, and then take your right hand to your left elbow. And sometimes it looks like this. I like to say that because sometimes people are like, I can't even reach my elbow. That's okay, right? You can always come in like this. Press your hand into your elbow into your hand, breathe. Release your head back a little and then start to lean over to the right. And you're gonna feel that stretch all the way up through the left side body as you breathe, as you extend. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. That's it. And then come all the way back out, stretching out those arms, turning your head again side to side. Perfect. All right, we're gonna come on up to standing and do a little stretch to release our outer hips. So lean forward in your chair, get your nose over your toes, use the strength of your legs and come on up. All right, now you can turn and face your chair. I'm gonna turn and face you for this first part. So what you're gonna do is take your feet and step your right leg and cross it over the left. All right, so when you're doing that, you're gonna have your feet next to each other, you're squeezing your legs in. I'm gonna turn towards my chair now. So I got my right leg over the left. I'm gonna squeeze those legs in and then start to walk my hands down towards the seat of the chair and start to release my head down. So what's nice about this is that you don't have to worry about balance. You can use your chair. You can feel the back of the leg stretching, and the more you squeeze your legs in, the more you're gonna feel that sensation down the outer hips, down through the IT band. I feel it all the way down into my seat, my low back, and then let your head release here as you breathe a little bit deeper. We're gonna take 2 more deep breaths here. You can rock a little side to side, and then uncross your legs and come up nice and slow. Good, and then we'll come back, we'll switch, we'll bring the left leg over the right, squeeze those legs in, and then start to lean forward. So having the chair there is a really nice support. Keep squeezing your legs in towards each other as you start to bow forward, and you have control here over how deep you want to go. Obviously, the deeper you go, the more sensation. Keep squeezing those legs in. You do want to feel something here, and then just start to release down. So wherever your hands want to go, keep squeezing your legs in and releasing your upper body over your thighs. Feel that nice slow inhale and that nice slow exhale, and just start to rock your hips side to side. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And then walk your hands back to your chair. If they're off the chair, uncross your legs and come all the way up. And as you come back now, we'll come back to our seat and we'll do a little hip opener here so that we can sit comfortably. So as you come back to your chair, take your right ankle now and bring it to your left knee. Here we go, so everyone can see. Right ankle to left knee, and it might look like this. It might feel like it's really high. Flex this foot, and then gently start to press the knee away from you. It might not move quite as much as mine, that's okay. Let yourself breathe into that sensation, into that tightness. That's it. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you can inhale as you sit up and exhale, start to hinge forward. Your body's gonna tell you when enough is enough. Inhaling, good, and exhaling. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale, sitting tall. Big exhale, just bowing forward, feeling some sensation into the hips. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. All right, we're gonna come on out and switch sides. So now it'll be the left ankle to the right knee. Flex your foot and then gently start to press that knee away from you. As you do it, keep yourself nice and tall. Feel that intensity in your hip and in your seat. And then if you want to go deeper, inhale, sit up tall, exhale, bow forward. So just kind of noticing as you move, as you breathe, what starts to shift. Inhaling as you sit tall, exhaling as you bow. Good. And then this next time as you come forward, just stay there, breathing, releasing, take another breath. That's it. Good. And as you come out now, bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips and then just drop the knees side to side. That's it. Maybe feel a little click or pop here and there. And then we're going to come all the way back through center and take a comfortable seat in your chair. So you can sit however feels comfortable for you. From there, we're going to sit up nice and tall and just start to check in with our breath. So we're going to think about those 3 parts of the breath. And what we'll do here is we're going to start to inhale and just breathe into the upper portion of your chest. So let's try that a few times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, feeling your collarbone start to rise up, the upper back, and then soften it down. Good. And then start to bring the breath now towards the mid part of your chest. So feeling your ribs expanding and softening. Remember, not just the front ribs, but the side ribs and the back ribs as well. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. All right, and then we're gonna start to fill our belly up with breath. So inhaling as you fill up, imagining that jellyfish, good, and then exhaling, pressing back out, releasing out, good. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to take some breath and we're gonna breathe into our lower belly and take a pause. And then into our mid belly and take a pause. And then up into the chest. So it's gonna feel a little weird. This is known as the Viloma pranayama, which is the sort of against the grain. So, typically we kind of fill from the top down, but right now we're gonna fill from the bottom up, and it's a very grounding exercise. So let's just start by filling up a little bit into our belly. Pause. And then fill up into your middle chest. Pause. And then fill up into the upper chest. And then exhale it all the way out. It's hard to do this one and talk. Inhale and fill into your lower belly. Pause. Middle chest. Pause. Upper chest. Exhale. We'll do 2 more rounds. Inhaling into your low belly. Pause. Middle chest. Pause. Upper chest. Release. Last round. Inhale to the lower belly. Pausing. Mid belly. Pause. Upper chest. And exhale. And as you lean back into your chair now, just start to notice how you feel. For me, I find that breath gives me clarity on how deep my breath can go, how long my breath can be, and it also really taps into that energy, that grounding feeling of the breath. So let yourself breathe nice and deep here. Feel your hips releasing. You can lean into the back of your chair. Feel that support. Let yourself turn within for the next 6 breaths. Just kind of noticing the sensation of your breath, the heaviness of your body. Starting to notice the flow of your breath, the flow of your inhale and your exhale. Just allowing yourself to be. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing all the way down to your hips. That's it. And then very slowly you can start to come back to the presence of the room, presence of your body. Feel the heaviness of your body in your chair. You can start to bring a little movement back to your fingers and your toes. And then even if you'd like, you can take a little stretch here, stretching out your arms, maybe even stretching out your legs. And then coming back and just bringing your hands in front of your heart for a moment to pause. So we honor this practice of becoming friends with our breath. May it be something that stays with us, that we think about, and it brings us back to that connection. And so you might be connected to your breath in that way throughout your day, your week, your month. We close today and we bow together. I bow to your courageousness. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Nicole Traum with Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. We will be back on Monday at 6:40 a.m. Hope to see you then. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Wear your mask. And make sure to do something to take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.